A very good morning and Assalamualaikum, to ladies and gentlemen, and of course to the honorable and respected judges. Hello everyone, before we get started, let's keep the eye for my background first. The name given was Nofaisha Alia binti Shahruzaman. I am a 16 years old girl from SMK Raja Muda MUSA. The school code is AEB 4072. For over a week, I wondered which topic should I present to make it the bestest for what I could give. And now here am I with my chosen topic, which is Science, Technology and Innovation. The book that I want to talk about is called as The World of Light. This book text was made by Bill Galston and illustrated by Ian Howard and also Sebastian Goodley. It was first published in 1995. Even though this book has been there for quite a long time, and now its technology is more advanced than it used to be, yet the content is still available to study and learn about the field in aviation. So basically, this book tells you the evolution of how a balloon turned into a whole airplane, and so how it's function, and that is the biggest reason why I chose this book. Sounds fun, right? So let's get into it. Just over 200 years ago, in 1782, two Frenchmen named Joseph and Etienne Montgolfier discovered that hot air rises. This is because hot air has a lower density than cold air. The hot, lower density air inside a hot air balloon made the balloons lighter. The cooler, higher density around it forced the balloon to rise. Thousands of people enjoy going out in a hot air balloon. They stand in a strong but light basket. And yes, balloons could travel to a high elevation, but unfortunately, they could not travel in their own propulsion and were at the mercy of the prevailing winds. And that is why airships were invented. In 1852, a Frenchman called Henry Giffard made the first airship. The envelope was long and pointed instead of round like a balloon. It can carry for almost 5 people. Eventually, in 1925, Goodyear Tire, a rubber company, began build airship of the balloon design. These aircraft were used for advertising and military purpose, such as surveillance and anti-submarine warfare throughout World War II. Over the succeeding decades, the airship were finally innovated and made it into the first successful airplane ever exist. And it is called as the Flyer. It was made by American brothers Wilbur and Aubrey Wright. They started by flying gliders. They was biplane with 2 sets of wings. They then added a horizontal tail at the front to act as elevators. After aeroplanes began to catch most of people's eyes, most of companies also began to invent it with different opinions and ideas. As instance, before 1930, most aeroplanes were made of wood or steel tubes or can be built. But from time to time, designers then began to make airplanes entirely out of metal. And that's the exact improvement and that is the exact improvement of it in aviation and also the growth in airplanes. Let me ask you a question. Don't we people sometimes have a curiosity of how the airplanes fly? Don't worry, in this book it tells you the answer that you have been searching for. For an airplane to fly, it must have one or more fixed wings, a propulsion system, and flight controls to guide it. To stop an airplane from being pulled down to earth by its own weight, a force called lift must be created. To do this, an aeroplane must move along fast, and its wing must be a special cambered or curved shape. And that is all from me and the end for this video, also for this week review. Thanks for lending your time for this short talk about the field in aviation. Till we meet again, for me, no Farisha Alia.